As a bankruptcy firm, Mitchell, Cunningham, and Bowling realizes many people are worried about their finances. We're here to guide you through the next steps to restart your life with easy video appointments. New clients don't have to leave home to get information about becoming debt-free. Also, convenient in-office appointments are available at the low cost of $340 upfront for a Chapter 13. You can be on your way to being debt-free. Contact Mitchell, Cunningham, and Bowling today or visit our website at mcdebtfree.com. We are here to help you.
Mississippi's trusted weather experts. This is Mississippi Live Weather at 5.
Well, our Tuesday cleared up pretty nicely by this afternoon, so if you've not gotten a chance to go outside and enjoy it, you are definitely missing out. Of course, that's the big headline tonight on Mississippi Live Weather at 5. I'm meteorologist Gabe Maynard here to walk you through that forecast step by step, and that forecast begins in Amory tonight as we do have our Christmas parade coverage. Our chief meteorologist Matt Lopon joining us out in the field tonight. Matt, a beautiful sunset. I see the clear skies behind you, but jacket is still on. You know, how are those current conditions right now in Monroe County?
Fairly chilly. I don't think you need me to tell anybody that. It's still been pretty cold for the better part of the last few days, certainly the all of parade season. But you'll notice tonight behind me the clear skies evident this evening on what is just a beautiful night. You'll need to layer up to be in good shape. We've seen a number of folks walk around downtown here with that the case. By the way, the reason there's less people behind me than last night when we were looking out and about is because this parade starts here in Amory at 6:30. So lineup still getting going at this point in time. Again, appreciate the good folks at MLM for sponsoring our parade coverage. As we go high above, looking at our Mississippi Live drone, one thing you'll see, obviously, a beautiful look there at the sunset in the background there.
Folks here at the
and Gabe, I think the audio, once again, we have the audio in the background of this for one reason or another.
And man, they sounded good. It was fun parade tonight here. A lot of folks.
So let's come back down here to ground level. Did you get it? Okay, I think we might have got that knocked out. Okay, yeah, we definitely got to fix that between shows there. But you can see the folks starting to do more lineup there. Again, we're over top of downtown Amory here with that Mississippi Live drone and all the folks there. Again, kind of getting all ready to go. Excited about the Christmas parade. And I think we'll have a decent amount of the parade that we'll carry live on the channel here, Facebook as well, as we look over downtown. And then we'll kind of swing this back there toward Frisco Park there in just a moment, looking back kind of toward the south. I know that shot's a little in and out this evening there, but beautiful shot there of downtown Amory and Main Street, which is going to be a lot more active and lit up here very, very soon. And again, beautiful evening ongoing. Okay, come back here to looking at ground level, and certainly the cool temperatures are a large part of the story this evening. Coming in at this instant, at least as of our latest update, the headlines, cold for your games, all of your stuff this evening, parades, but I think we're going to keep at least it dry, and that's a beautiful sign there as we stay perfect in that regard. Looking at chilly start for early Wednesday morning as well, and we'll break down that whole forecast, including some rain chances on the way for this weekend come up here in a couple minutes. There are limited rain chances. Our next couple systems aren't particularly impressive, but coming in 43 degrees right now, feels like 39, so that is an improvement over last night, albeit still cool enough that you'll want to bundle up, whether it's here or any other location. 41, as you can see, 6 p.m. going 38 by 9, 37 by later this evening and overnight. Probably stalling there somewhat with a couple of clouds, but mostly clear and obviously dry conditions, largely the stories. So temperatures, not just here, all locations, just a little bit chilly. Coming in 42 in Houston. It's 40 here in Amory for that wind chill factor. About 39 Columbus, 49 degrees in Macon, and 38 in Greenville, and for Cleveland, about 35 degrees there in the Clarksdale area. Mississippi Live weather radar, no precipitation out there at this point in time as we are dry kind of on the closer shot here. We'll widen it out just a little bit more, and you'll see again the less cloud cover than what we had last night for sure is high pressure dominating our weather here across the southeastern United States. Got to go on the really wide shot. There are two different systems that we are tracking there, looking back toward the north and west, one that's out closer to Seattle and another one up toward the Midwest. I don't think either one of these have a lot of moisture for us, but obviously we have a slightly decent chance with kind of eventually that second one there bring us probably a little bit more moisture. The first one does have a little drop in temperatures associated with that, but that's still a couple of days away, and just some clouds kind of running ahead of that in the near term here. So as we bring it in a little bit closer for a moment and look at Futurecast, you'll note that we continue to have, again, clear conditions going into tonight as we expect all these parades to be chilly, but that's about it as far as any kind of disruptions are concerned, with partly cloudy skies showing up to, around midnight or so as well. A few of those trying to increase somewhat, but there is that next front. And what you don't see associated with that is really any sort of precipitation. I think that front largely comes through, as you can see, dry there. And that's one of the things that kind of helps us eventually to keep some of the rain chances away. If you get these dry fronts to come through, they shove what moisture is trying to return out of here before you can pull up enough to be useful. So keeping us dry again for tomorrow. You can see about 37 degrees there at 6 a.m., 56 by noontime, and into the upper 50s for highs tomorrow afternoon, close-ish to where we should be for this time of year, but 40s back for the couple of parades we have, I think, for tomorrow evening there, upper 40s at 6 p.m., lower 40s by around 9. Okay, coming up here in 60 seconds, we'll be looking at your complete forecast. One of the things also, of course, we're focusing on some of those rain chances, albeit limited. When could they arrive? Are we talking about some issues with parades later on this week and maybe timing that out with that? We'll look at that in more detail here from the Room-to-Room Weather Center as Mississippi Live Weather continues. I'm live in Amory with our parade coverage brought to you by MLM. Gabe's back in the studio with your full forecast right after this.
Give the gift of a delicious burger from Bulldog Burger, a soup and sandwich from Sweet Pepper's Deli, appetizers and cocktails from The Grill, or even a wood-fired steak from Harvey's. Choice is the perfect gift. An all-in-one gift card from Eat With Us.
This roof's getting installed with our premium roofing system. Backed by our 50-year warranty. And there's a 0% financing, no payment for 6 months options that this customer utilized. If you're looking for a new roof and you need an affordable option, call Absolute Restoration.
When choosing a dentist for our family, Tupelo Smiles was the answer for us. They greet us with warm smiles right when we walk in the door, and they make us feel so welcome. We love Tupelo Smiles.
Right now, from the Room-to-Room Weather Center, here's meteorologist Gabe Maynor.
We were getting a beautiful shot on the ground, and a big thank you to Matt for being live in Amory and providing that to us here on Mississippi Live Weather. But here's a look at the sky, and you do see those beautiful blue skies now transitioning into a little bit of that purple orange hue as that sun starts to set. 43 degrees though, a cold one. Dew point still around 37 degrees, but those winds are going to play a bigger factor than what you may think heading into those overnight hours, because wind chill going to make these temperatures a little bit more on the miserable side. Fulton, another location that's having their parade tonight, 45 degrees right now, and we are less than an hour away. So if you're in Itawamba County and looking to head to some of the festivities, well, Fulton, a great location for that. Our Mississippi Live Weather radar staying dry across North Mississippi. That's been the dominating factor over the last several days, and we have no complaints there. We will definitely take these dry conditions as our parades are in full swing this week. Have our parade coverage going on basically every single day. So excited to get that going. And again, a big thank you to MLM for providing that and sponsoring that part of our journey. Our satellite imagery, not forecasting any cloud cover, a few passing clouds here and there, but those are some of those cirrus clouds way high up in the atmosphere, not really impacting our skies whatsoever. As you saw on the Amory cam, as you saw on the Fulton camera, we are trending really well into tonight. Now, temperature-wise, warmer than where we sat this time yesterday as we populate in a few of those locations. 44 degrees in Amory, similar conditions in Fulton, 43 Boonville, 44 Grenada, and 47 Eupora, 48 down around Macon. Guys, that's not bad whatsoever at 5 o'clock on your Tuesday. If we expand it out, you can definitely see those warmer conditions off there towards the west. Now, these will make their way into the forecast somewhat, but not going to be in the near future, more like the weekend, and we'll track that in just a moment. But looking at some of those temperatures, 44 in Tupelo, like we mentioned, 50 in Jackson. Look at the difference. 71 degrees in North Texas, and that's including some parts of Kansas as well if we keep that going a little bit more north. So the fact we're 70 degrees in Kansas and mid-40s in Mississippi shows you that we are in a very cool pattern, and we'll continue to be in that cool pattern even heading into our forecast tomorrow once that front sweeps all the way through. Our parade planner this evening looking good to go. 5 p.m. 43 degrees, falling off through the night. Low 40s there by 6, and continues that same trend with a few upper 30s starting to happen by 7 p.m. Now, the Amory Parade does start at 6:30, so a little bit later into the evening. Have those layers ready. A little bit breezy out of the south, about 5 miles an hour, but not overbearing just yet. Again, that wind going to play a bigger factor by the time we get towards our Wednesday morning forecast, and we'll see that right here. So look at those breezy conditions, calm to about 5 miles an hour for your Tuesday night. Good forecast for those parades happening across the region, not tracking any rainfall either, so this is as ideal as it gets. I mean, a picture-perfect forecast for parades. That's just the best headline ever for our Tuesday. As we carry that over into tonight, you can see how those dry conditions remain in place, and as we continue that into those overnight hours and those early AM hours, maybe a few passing clouds here and there, but no rainfall going to be attached to it. We've been talking about these dry conditions setting in by midweek, and they are doing exactly that in the best part of our forecast, and we've been talking about this for several days now, so excited to finally be experiencing this in full force. Now, Wednesday morning, as you can see, those winds still a little bit breezy, but that front inching closer and closer as we get into the start of our Wednesday, and that's going to make these temperatures fall off just a bit by Thursday. So enjoy these, I'm not going to say mild temperatures, but at least slightly warmer temperatures than where we have been sitting. But as you can see, temperatures still going to be cold, so make sure to have those layers ready. 36 degrees Tupelo, same thing Boonville, Amory, and Columbus. 38 Starkville, 40 Greenwood, 41 around Cleveland. Now watch as we factor in wind chill. Falling off just a good bit. I mean, right around freezing in Tupelo compared to the 36 degrees actual temperatures. We are seeing 40s out in the Delta, dropping off to the mid-30s for those feels-like values, so make sure to layer up. Those winds, honestly, in my opinion, make it a much worse forecast. So despite it being cooler this morning than what it will be tomorrow, I think tomorrow is a little bit worse because of that wind chill being factored in. So at the school bus, 37 degrees around pickup, probably feeling right around freezing as we are dropping our kids off. And same thing as we're picking them up, or the school buses dropping them off during the afternoon. 59 degrees, plenty of sunshine all day long, but that means that it's going to be those cooler mornings and warmer afternoons, usually what happens with those clear skies. So take a look at that front. By 5:30 on your Wednesday mornings, extending across North Mississippi and really building into the entirety of our area. Now, it clears the northern half of the Magnolia State by about 10, 11 a.m. on your Wednesday. And look at those winds, already starting to shift to more of a westerly breeze and breezy conditions at that. As we carry that over into our lunchtime hours, those clouds clear out with the front, and then we're going to be left with winds anywhere from 10 to 15 miles an hour sustained winds. So wind chill going to be the story by the morning, but then breezy conditions beyond that for the rest of our Wednesday. Those get a little bit stronger by the mid-afternoon, so yeah, hair up kind of day for sure. I know I will definitely take that recommendation. But into our Wednesday evening, keeping with those beautiful conditions with clear skies across the area. So anything that you need to get done on your Wednesday, midweek services, afternoon activities, or if you have a parade planned. I got to look at the schedule. I don't know off the top of my head. But if you do have any of those in effect, then it's going to be a good forecast for it. Arguably a little bit better than where we are currently right now. So high temperatures Wednesday, as you can see, gradually warming up. 59 degrees Houston, same thing Amory, Grenada, Greenwood, 58 Cleveland, and 60 showing up from Belzona to Kosciuszko with Pickens County included within that. So it's going to be a warmer one than where we even sit right now. And right now it doesn't feel too bad. So as we keep Futurecast going into your Wednesday night, you can see a few cirrus clouds moving through the area, but nothing that's going to block that clear sky or block that sunshine too much. So Thursday morning, as you can see, heading out the door, going to be a great forecast once again. Winds going to be a little bit calmer, but it is going to be a cooler forecast, so those actual temperatures going to be sitting around freezing for that morning commute. As the day goes on, those temperatures do get better. Not going to be as warm as things sit today or tomorrow, but it is going to be warming up nicely back into the 50s. We keep that Futurecast going into your Thursday night, and those southerly breezes back into the forecast, building back that moisture and priming the environment heading into the latter portion of our week and really into the weekend as rain chances do return. So high temperatures on Friday, as you can see, warming up, but not nearly as much as Wednesday. Going to be 52 New Albany, 49 along the Tennessee state line there for Corinth and South Haven, 53 Columbus, 54 Eupora, and 55 around Greenwood and Belzona. Now, forecasted rainfall over the next 3 days. Nothing, not a drop. A very dry pattern as high pressure remains overhead. But then we get into our weekend forecast. And I know it says Friday through Saturday, pay attention to the latter half of those dates. Saturday going to be the main rainmaker as we are working in a few tenths of an inch, but really going to be a few hundredths of an inch as that system works its way on through. Scattered showers going to be by your Saturday afternoon, so any plans you may have may need to be shuffled around, but this is a forecast that is very flexible as of right now. As you can see, yesterday's percentages was at 30%, and now forecasting nearly 20%, so it's not going to be overly impactful. You just need to work those showers on out of the area, but that forecast is flexible and the fact that it can and will change over the next several days. But sunny skies for the next several days, Wednesday through Friday, looking like a great forecast. Friday afternoon, 62 degrees for highs. Whew, excited for that. And those warm temperatures stick around for Saturday as well before that frontal system clears everything off and cools things down. 46 degrees for highs on Sunday, 35 for the start of Sunday, then falling off to 27 degrees by Monday, and then gradually warming back up by midweek. But I know we've been talking about this weekend forecast a lot. This is a forecast that has changed tremendously over 48 hours. Been with you guys since Sunday, still tracking that through Tuesday. And Sunday, we're talking about extreme cold potential, Saturday and Sunday. Doesn't look like extreme cold anymore. That's the change in weather that we're experiencing right now. And with the system moving in, that's going to allow those temperatures to be a bit warmer. And we have no complaints because we're from the south. We don't want extreme cold. Extreme cold is reserved for people up north. As we get into our Monday morning, though, that temperature, that morning low, definitely one we're paying attention to for the possibility of it getting even colder. Could see some extreme cold values by then. But as of right now, 27 degrees, feel pretty good with that number. But we'll update you if that number does change. Now, speaking of temperatures, I don't know if he is up anymore. Potentially. I'll give it a second. Matt, if you're listening, if your shot is up, send me a text or something. There it goes. Okay, I see him now. Okay, so we are going to send it back to the man experiencing those temperatures right now, and that is Matt out in the field in Amory for the Amory Christmas Parade, giving us a live update there. Matt, how are things feeling? I see several sites. It's a beautiful downtown area. Just showcase that a little bit and let us know what those plans are this evening.
So yeah, we're here in downtown Amory, and I apologize I don't have my gizmo out, so this might be a little bouncier than usual. I was working my way toward where all the folks are kind of setting up for it, but I just had to stop here at the Bend downtown on Main Street and just kind of showcase the lights behind me you see here and the beautiful sunset as well. Of course, a lot of folks downtown already starting to get in position. We still have, about 2 hours? 5:30? No, 1 hour before the parade really gets going. So we expect Main Street to really start to fill up over the course of that time. If we go one block off of Main here, we'll see all of the folks starting to get lined up. We've talked to some folks, kind of putting together the last finishing touches on some of their parade floats and entries. So everyone's getting excited, and certainly the cold air has everyone ready. But luckily, it's not quite as chilly as last night, and I think everybody enjoying the fact that it is clear this evening. So what we're going to be doing at 6 o'clock, we'll be looking, again, at some of the floats will still be kind of pre-parade at that point in time. I'll put it back this direction so you can see a few of those behind me there. We also do plan to carry at least part of the parade at 6:30 there. Gabe, what we'll do with that, though, is we will send out the alert once the parade actually makes it to our location. So it might not be right at 6:30. It might take a little longer for that to get all the way to our exact spot by the time that happens, but I should have a special guest hopefully helping me to do a slightly better job of knowing the community. Some of the folks here at the Main Street, Amory Main Street, probably helping me out with that there. So that's coming up probably after our 6 o'clock broadcast in particular, but we'll get a look at how things are progressing coming up at 6 as well. But live from Amory, I'm Chief Meteorologist Matt Lopon for Mississippi Live Weather.
We'll let the pre-parade commence, and we are excited, and that countdown has begun just over an hour away before we kick off things in Amory. Going to be a great time, and we will get that coverage up for you. So if you are not wanting to be out in the cold, not wanting to experience that wind chill, well, of course, we're going to have a great time here on Mississippi Live Weather. You can let us know in the chat, if you know anyone in the parade, and we'll try to give them a little bit of a shout out. But yeah, we love just being involved in the community, and Monroe County, an exciting time to get out there and see how you do things in Amory when it comes to this Christmas parade. It's lots of lights, lots of sounds, and it's always a great time. And the cold weather, might I add, just adding to that festiveness. What is Christmas without a little cold, right? So we get that cold in the forecast tonight, kind of setting the scene, and then the warmth of the community, keeping us, allowing us to make it through it all. But exciting times for sure, and we'll touch back with Matt at the 6 o'clock hour, and we'll keep you guys updated on that forecast here on Mississippi Live Weather. Of course, tonight, clear, beautiful, picture-perfect parade forecast, so make sure to get out there and enjoy it. Fulton and Amory, the two off the top of my head that I know we have tonight. If you have any others, go ahead and put them in chat so we can let folks know all the parades across North Mississippi that we have happening on our Tuesday night. Our next broadcast happening at 6. Can't wait to see you guys there. And again, a special showing beyond the 6 o'clock hour with that Amory Christmas Parade, so stay tuned for that as well. And we'll be back at 10 p.m. our morning shows. You guys know the drill. We keep everything up to date here on Mississippi Live Weather, and we cannot wait to see you guys back here at 6 and 10, and of course during those morning shows. We'll see you back here in just a couple minutes for our 6 o'clock broadcast. Until then, have a terrific Tuesday.
I know you're going through a lot. I wonder if you know that we can get help. Let's see how far we can go. Love, your mind.